percent, right? You don't care.
Right.
They get you 100,000.
Right.
You get 80 off the top
Right.
for doing no work.
Yeah. All right, we live in 5, 4, 3.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of Follow Suit Fashion Unfiltered. And to all my first-time viewers, I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of what Follow Suit is all about. The name Follow Suit is a mantra, meaning to follow the suit. And as you follow it, you're going to come to realize that the suit is a role model and a mentor whose purpose is to give guidance to the young men of this community as well as our society. And it is my goal to salute and honor some of the individuals who have been following suit. And not only have they followed suit, they actually put the suit on and they wear it well. So hence the point. And so this is my guest, the famous, undisputed, and you know, I can go on, but this is the legendary Coach Dennis Wilson. How you doing,
Wow,
Coach?
thanks, Tony. Appreciate it. Appreciate being here. All the accolades and introduction, of course, you know, I paid them big money for that, so you guys, but you definitely exemplify the suit. You're looking like $1.5 million, Tony. I'm proud of you, man, of what you've grown to be and the man that you are now giving back. And again, you played the part well, my brother.
Thank you. I learned from you. I got some of the inspiration definitely from you, Coach.
Thank you.
So let's spin right into it because we're going to start it off talking a little fashion, and then we'll get to the purpose of why I really brought you here. So you know, all this your style, and we can see that. So who you think influenced you with your style?
You know, it's something that seems like it's like part of our culture, you know, whether it be from the motherland to, you know, of course, Boston, New York City, and LA and all that. But there's something about Boston brothers, man, and sisters. We rag. We know how to lay it out, and we know how to dress GQ style. But I would say, when I was a young guy, and it's unfortunate because when you're young, who do you know, emulate and look up to?
Right.
Folks that got all the money, the flashy cars and the jewelry.
Right.
Unfortunately, the pimps and the players.
Right.
You see? So one of the young men who was an outstanding, I would say the baddest dressing dude in Boston, by none, was this brother named Charlie Johnson.
Yes.
From What You Pop.
Yes.
And he has a son named Charlie Johnson, of course, Jr. But that brother, I never seen him with the same thing on twice. He was so laid out, Tony. Matching shoes, socks, silk underwear that matched his outfits. Brother wasn't nothing out of place. Dude, back in the day, you handsome brothers now rocking the ball heads, and you all look good in it. Okay, I guess eventually I'm gonna get there. You either go bald, you go gray.
Right.
I'm doing a little bit of both. So, and he, man, we called him Satin Top, and the reason, man, the brother could put it together.
Yes, sir.
And that's kind of influenced me. And then my little crew, Poncho and Willie Dowdy and the different folks, we kind of, you know, wanted to
Follow suit.
emulate
Y'all
the
follow
older
suit.
guys, you know. So we all was out there going to New York, buying the gators and the lizards and the snakes, the silk mohair pants, the Blyes. You all, the old heads out there know what Blyes. Those are the alpaca sweaters. And we'd get them monogrammed with our name on it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of folks, of course, making up names and stuff, you know. So yeah, that's, I would say Charlie Johnson, man.
Okay, so man, we're gonna spin into that because you brought it up. I see you got on a pair of reptiles.
Gators.
Yeah, gators.
From
You
New
got
York.
them gators. Yeah, there you go. So I would take that would be your favorite reptile.
Yeah, I would say definitely gators, turtles, crocodile, you know, lizards. I would say gators, and then I like lizards. You know, I got some of my, MP color burgundy gators, because you know we always want to coordinate these young.
Yes, sir.
Man, you match. I said, dude, you couldn't leave the house unless you matched. You know, nowadays these young bloods wear anything. You know what I'm saying? And they just
Right.
throw things together, looking all kind of, you know, not all of you all, but you know, some of you. But you know, as you look all dapper and GQ, brother, like I said, I may have to see what size that suit is, man. You know.
Thank you, Coach. Yeah, you know, I said I had to get it right because I said I already knew the coach was coming to do with the Gators on. I said I ain't got nothing in the closet no more at this moment. So I said I got to figure out something.
But you got some nice, the Gucci brother suede, man, I got my suede, right? I mean, so it's whatever I say turns you on, whether it be suede, whether it be the leather, whether it be the gators, whether it be the lizards, whether it be the snake, you know what I'm saying?
My favorite one of my favorites was ostrich.
Oh yeah, see? Now it's funny, I got some burgundy gators and ostrich.
A little combination.
Combination, yeah, you know, yep.
Okay, so let's talk about suits, and we're gonna say single-breasted or double-breasted.
Well, you know, I say a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying, in terms of you can go single-breasted, you can go one button, you can go double-breasted, right?
Yeah.
6 button, 4 button,
Right.
2 button.
You're stealing all my questions. That's my next question,
Oh, I'm
Coach.
sorry.
That's my next question.
I'm gonna get thrown off the set.
One button, 2 button, 3 or 6. What's your favorite?
Wow. I would say it's about the mood.
About the mood.
About
right?
the mood.
The mood and the occasion.
And the occasion, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's about right. Mm-hmm. You know, because sometimes you get that one button, you throw it together, and you like, yeah, I'm gonna get them today.
Right, with the one button. Or I want to, you know, school these young brothers and sisters on, you know, they just know, you know, the 4 button double-breasted, you know,
Right.
but there's the 6, there's the 4, there's the 2. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's talk ties. Do you remember your first tie that you actually picked out for yourself?
Well, you all weren't even born with this tie. There was ties when we went to English High School. I was in there in the 68 graduate class of '68. They made us wear ties because that was the honor of Boston English High School, English High, our English High, blue and blue, tried and true. Things have changed drastically when they made it co-ed, but I won't get into that because some folks may think, you know, I'm being sexist or whatever. But because, you know, our brothers want to perform. You know how y'all did at Roxbury High in Madison in terms of you act different around women.
Right.
And women act different around men. You know what I'm saying? So we had an all-boys school at the time. And we had to wear ties, and we would want to revolt. So what we would do is we'd put a string tie. Now how I can kind of equate you to that is, you know, down in Texas and down in cowboy land, whether it be Texas, Oklahoma, Dallas, or whatever.
Yeah.
The cowboys wore string ties.
Yeah.
Does it right with the medallion that held it together?
Thing,
so we would hang the thing up in our locker. So the teacher, soon you come through the door, you know, Wilson, where's your tie? I said, it's in my locker. So we would go get the same old raggedy, you know, string tie just to put it on. Boom. Now we wanted to be dressed and pressed, suited and booted. We, of course, would what? You come from the house with your real tie on. So we had the slim ties. There was you know, because fashions change. You had the little skinny slim ties. You had the standard tie, which you got on, which is a beautiful tie.
Thank you.
And then you went into the wide ties, and then you went to the narrow ties and all that. So I got a little bit, you know, when you're into fashion, you get a little bit of everything.
Right.
You know, make sure you get everything in your wardrobe because you never know what each situation kind of, you know, calls for.
Okay. Who taught you how to tie that tie?
You know, I would say my brother Harry, you know,
God
rest his soul. Thank you, Tony.
Coach Harry Wilson.
Coach Harry Wilson, man, you know, Mr. Raider. And he taught me, you know, because you know how, I don't know, you got big brothers?
No.
Oh, no, you don't have any big, so, you know, you emulate your dad, you emulate your big brother, you know, so you're watching them do different things, you know, you got your colognes, you know, and you know, stink oil, we used to call it. And, you know, so you're putting different things on. But I would say my brother taught me how to tie a tie. My dad and my brother, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that about takes us to spinning it into Coach Dennis G. Wilson.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, let's look right in that camera, Coach, and tell everybody, give them the spill of you as a coach, as a mentor, as a father figure, all the years you've been doing it with the young men out there, and just let them know everything.
Well, I mean, I'd be here about 3 or 4 months if I let you know everything, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But on a quickie, I would just say most coaches, unfortunately, not enough coaches are about touching young men and young ladies' lives in terms of being that positive role model for them. You know, everybody's caught up in the glitz, the glitter, the money, and the endorsement nowadays. The endorsements, you know, the next contract, you know, the next play some of the land, I got to get a chip and, all this stuff. And whereas I believe, a coach should be a surrogate father, a surrogate mother, should be about, giving young players tough love, okay? So that they understand, man, that, that there's no shortcuts to success. You know what I'm saying? What you put in it, you get back. You do good things, you get good things. You do nothing, you get nothing. You got to grind. You got to, man, sacrifice. You got to, man, have that mental fortitude. So I would instill, just like I instilled in you, in your team, that like, yo, man, in order to be number one, there's sacrifice we all got to make. So I believe it's about, again, being that positive role model. You notice I always was dressed when I coached you all because, yes, again, I got to show you guys that it's about looking professional, about, showing that all the negative stereotypes that they have about us, people of color, from the hood, that we all nothing but rob, thieves, drug dealers, and raggedy and all that. No, man, we class personified. So that's what I try to present to you guys. Talking it is one thing. You got to talk the talk. You got to walk the walk.
Yes,
so that's why I did that, working 14, 15 hours a day, man, and putting young men and young ladies in college and making sure that I was that support person for them, being that father figure that they needed to get them back in the house after they got thrown out, get the job back that they got fired from, trying to keep them from not understanding, man, not messing up young ladies' lives and respecting ladies, man, again, and it's about, being a real man, being a real lady, being responsible, being strong, being giving back.
Right.
Like you and the brothers, Diego and Al and Wax and them brothers, man. You guys are doing positive things, giving back to the community. And we all can contribute in all different ways, man. Whether it's the spiritual piece, whether it's the sports piece, whether it's the educational piece, the political, whatever way, you see. We all got to come back and give back, man, to try to save these young brothers and sisters' lives.
Yes, sir. And how long have you been doing coaching now?
Man, shoot, before there was dirt, water, okay, birds and bees, man. On a serious note, I started when I was 18, man. The Humboldt Bombers, young brothers, Hankins and Tony Blair and Rudy Chandler and them brothers. They needed they needed a coach, and I played, but I wasn't no coach. So in order for them to get into the first BNBL, they said, D, we need a coach, man. Is it possible, man? You can be. I said, man, I'm not a coach, man. I just play. They said, well, we need a coach and we can't get in the league.
Right.
I said, well, man, sign me up.
Right.
So I'm on the sideline, I'm not, I said, well, man, wow, I like this. So that's where it all began, man, what? 53 years ago.
53 years. Wow, and I'm 55, so take that.
See, you was eating lollipops and ice cream, man, when coaches out to younger people.
Yes, sir. And you're also a school teacher. You also teach.
Yes,
too, right?
I'm very proud to
Educated.
say, people think coaches are, just the just like they say that that's a negative stereotype, or athletes, we just
so you're just an athlete, you're just a coach. You didn't.
Yeah, you don't really. No. I got a master's degree in education administration and a BS in secondary education. I'm a school teacher, world history, black history, U.S. history. Loved it because it's funny. You guys in the classroom, man, coach. Mr. Wilson, you should be a preacher. I said, I am a preacher. I said, I'm a preacher and a teacher. I said, a coach is a preacher, and a teacher should be a good teacher.
Right.
Should be what? A preacher and a coach. Motivating, inspiring, communicating.
Definitely.
Making young men, young ladies, man, know you can be somebody. You can do it. And I don't care if you ain't the brightest one in the class, okay? God has given everybody a gift, Tony. You got a gift. Right. Them brothers got a gift. We all got a gift. It's what you do with that gift.
Yes. So you still coaching now?
Yeah, man.
No, last I heard, I done when they honored you and named the floor
the court,
or
yes,
the court.
sir.
They named the court
at
the high school.
Yes, sir.
After you, I thought you said it was going to be you was going to do it one more year.
Well, things change. It is funny you mentioned that. It's funny. A good friend of mine from the Herald, Danny V, and some of my former players as well as coaches in the city. Those, again, I got haters and I got admirers and lovers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They, man, you cool. You know, you still, I love, enjoy coaching. I love working with young people still, and I still got the energy and the spirit, you know. Knees feel like 90 some days, and then their knees feel like I'm 34. But I got my 400th win, happy to say, last year.
Congratulations.
Which is kind of a very coveted, special kind of fraternity to be in, you know, 400 wins. And so folks said, you can't quit, man, you gotta get your 400. So I got the 400 last year. Then I had a young man that I was gonna kind of groom and hand the reins over to, okay, Coach Miller. So things are in the works. I gave up football 3 years ago. 33 years of coaching football, which I'm proud to say. Me and Coach Roosevelt Robinson going to the Super Bowl 5 times, coached on the same Gillette Stadium field that, of course, the legendary GOAT Tom Brady played on. That was quite an experience. But, so yeah, I'm still coaching football. Gave that up 3 years ago. I can't say the good Lord's going to give me the message as to when but it's close. It's close, though.
Okay, thank you, Coach. I appreciate you. I salute you. It's changing these men's life and touching the men's life for as long as you have. Like you said, not just a coach, you're also a mentor.
Thank you.
You know, and a preacher, like you said, and an aspirer.
And a teacher.
And a teacher. And I appreciate you for that. And that's one of the reasons why I brought you here. So I'm going to give you this last story and we're going to wrap the show up. So for those who don't know, if you do know, if you caught along, I actually played for the coach. And it's a little emotional for me, so forgive me.
Hey, man, hey, it's from the heart, brother. Do your thing, baby. Do your thing. Hey, you're doing great.
So, you probably don't remember because it's a long time ago, but I was playing for you. The season was about to start. I ain't gonna go into full details. I made a mistake. You found out. You pulled me to the side. You didn't put me off the team.
Hey, go ahead, brother. Yes, sir. You preach. You preach. Go ahead, brother.
So you didn't take me off the team. You suspended me for a couple of games and said, don't tell nobody else on the team. I was suspended, sat the bench, but from then on I was in Coach Wilson's doghouse. So we play a couple of games. Finally, you put me in the game, but I'm still in the doghouse. After a couple of more games, I got tired of being in the doghouse. I quit.
I remember.
The next year, he had a little alumni thing. A couple of older guys came back to play. Roscoe Patterson, star player.
Yeah.
He came to play, and I came with him, and we played against you and a couple of guys that was going to be on the team for that year.
And we wore you all out.
Somewhat to the point, but the guy that you had sticking me on the team, I ain't gonna say his name, he couldn't handle me. He couldn't handle me, and when the game was over...
You were too quick, my brother.
When the game was over, you came over to me and you shook my hand, and you said to me, I made a mistake.
Tell the story, brother. Go ahead. You good, man. Go ahead. You good.
So for years, I beat my chest about that. Coach Wilson shook my hand, told me he made the mistake. He made the mistake. The coach made the mistake. That's right, he made the mistake. He made a mistake, but he shook my hand and told me he made the mistake. But I was young and didn't realize. I got that apology from you. Like I said, I wore it on my chest. And as I got older and I realized it, I owed you the apology. So I'm here to apologize to you.
Hey, brother. Come on, man. We all make mistakes. Because the only one don't make a mistake is the creator, brother. You're human. You understand? Your coach made mistakes. And a lot of mistakes I couldn't let you all know because you looked up to me and held me in such high esteem. And if I let you know that I'm out in the streets acting crazy, running wild and doing crazy wild things, you always maybe felt different about me. So I had to project, okay? You made mistakes, but look at you now. And for you to be able to say what you said on air, for you to feel the emotion, I feel the emotion, brother. We feel anybody that's gonna look at this man is gonna feel that. But that's real. This ain't no script and rehearsed thing. This is you, brother, coming from your heart. A chance. What was that? 83, 84. Yeah, see that? You was quick as a cat. Before there was, now of course, Russell Westbrook and John Wall and them. All I remember about you, brother, you had a serious handle. You was quick as a cat. And you just, you couldn't know what trapped you because you were just too quick. You get to the basket and all that stuff. And, Tony, man, we all make mistakes, but it's a real man, a real woman that is man enough to admit it, learn from it, and move on and become a better person because of it. See, we all have setbacks in our life, but it's, how do you handle it? Right. You keep doing the same dumb things and end up back in jail or end up dead or end up drugged out or end up, right, living from house to house. No, man, bro, come on, look at you. You're on your way. You see, so if ever I could, I'm glad that I had a piece of that, but man, brother, I take my hat off to you, man, for you to say what you said. Because it's funny, imagine how many kids that I've, dealt with in the classroom, on the court, on the field. And most of them I've had a positive impact. And then there's some dudes that have hated on me because whether they felt they were better and they should have started or they, shouldn't have got cut or thrown off the team or whatever. And, it's, life is full of rude awakenings, man, and challenges, man, you see? So you just happened to, right? You had a challenge and, right? Look where you're at now, brother. So you met the challenge and you're going to win the game, brother. The game of life.
Yeah, thank you, Coach.
Yes,
like
sir.
I said, I owe a lot to you. Like I tell everybody, anytime I went for an interview, even though after I quit the team and you didn't quit on me, every time I went for an interview, I always told them when I sat down, I played high school ball and I had a coach who taught me off the court lessons. And this is one of the lessons he taught me was this: never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Hello.
And I swear I ain't never not got the job. And I thank you, Coach, and I apologize again, and I love you.
Oh, come on, love you too, brother. But that's real, you know what I'm saying? That's real, man. And so, and it's funny, right, that some dudes aren't man enough. They think it's, a chump or being soft to apologize. It's not, man, it's not macho. Man, what? As long as you're secure with who you are, as long as you know who you are, you understand? When I make mistakes with my students or my players, I'm man enough to admit it. If I make mistakes with my lovely wife, who, man, I wouldn't be where I'm at without her, Gladys. My son, my pride and joy, Tyreek. Right. When you're secure about who you are, real men, real women apologize and keep it moving, bro, and learn from your mistakes. So brother, you all right. Okay? If everything was easy, that'd be paradise, and we ain't in paradise, man.
That's right.
We in heaven and hell right here on earth, brother. So you're gonna get tested. You got tested, right?
Yes.
Think about how you were tested. You went to places that I would never want to go to. You feel me?
Right.
But look where you're at now. Okay? So brother, I appreciate what you've said. I respect what you've said. And you all right, man.
Thank you, Coach. So we're going to wrap up the show. Just remember, we're here to try to touch the lives of some of the young men.
Yes, sir.
And part of what I'm doing is because I was one of those young men.
That's right.
So I thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. This is Follow Suit Fashion Unfiltered. My guest today is the legendary Coach, Dennis G. Wilson.
It was an honor, baby.
Thank
you, man. Glad to be a part of this, man. All right?
All right.
Yes, sir, Tom.
Stay tuned. We'll be back.
God bless. Wow, brother.